Okay, let's move on to talking about how to formulate that strategy or picking what type of bet you want to make, right? What channel or ad strategy or just marketing strategy in general you want to do for your business. And a couple of things I like to share with clients and folks who are getting into marketing is number one, keep it simple. We often talk about something called the MVP or the minimum viable product model. And it's a concept with startups and software development that I think is very applicable to marketing as well. And the concept is basically what can you do with the least amount of effort to get a result that you want? And it's a little bit different in the context of marketing, but the idea is kind of the same, right? Is that we want to test and find something that works and get that one result to show that it actually has some, validity as a strategy that may have long-term value for us and work for us in a sustainable way. But we don't want to throw in tons of money trying a bunch of different stuff without getting that initial feedback or that validity that hey, this actually works and it was able to get a client for me, right? So an example of this in the context of marketing for a law firm would be starting with an LSA ad. So Google offers their local service ads. And if you're just kind of dipping your toe into marketing and advertising, this is a great way to start because your hypothesis here is that if I advertise, I can get clients. I can use that to acquire clients. And love LSA for this purpose because it doesn't require a lot of expertise or any really. You can basically sign up and Google's going to do the hard work for you. Now, there are drawbacks and pros and cons like with any marketing strategy. But what I like about this is that you as a lawyer can just do this yourself, really. We, of course, help with this and can offer some guidance on some specifics with it. But ultimately, this is a really low energy, low commitment type of test where you can just put in money on a campaign, let it run for a month, and then go back and see, hey, did I actually acquire any clients from this specific channel? And I have some other material in other videos about how to properly do attribution by installing software and using tracking numbers and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into that now, but if you're literally just starting out and you want to try one thing to get your marketing going, I would do something like this and then basically just ask every person that calls into your office, hey, how'd you hear about us? Where'd you find us, right? And it may not be perfect, but at least you have a better idea of whether or not this is actually working, whether or not you're getting leads, qualified leads that will potentially end up being clients. So the thing I want to make clear with this is that a good marketing plan is not a novel or overly complex, right? And so you want to start with just a single campaign. So your marketing plan could actually just be one strategy, right? One strategy or one campaign. Really, at its core, a marketing plan is just a test, and you are just communicating what you are testing and how you will know if it's successful or not. This is the best way to do it. Because ultimately your marketing, you should be nimble with it because if you don't see the results with something, you want to be able to pivot and move away from that quickly. And so that's why I really stress focus on kind of finding that one thing and fail quickly, right? If you don't see results with it, you can start to move on to the next one or look at other opportunities there. Now, the other thing I would keep in mind when choosing this and figuring out what do you want that one strategy to be, to get things started. Because once you master that, you can then start to layer on other strategies. And I'll talk about that in the next part of this.